support halfway houses. We don't support halfway houses on steroids. And that's what this is. 120 beds. Someone's going to try to tell you, oh, it only starts with 26 beds. That's right, but it ends with 120 beds. It ends with a huge facility across the street from one of the major playground areas in the South End and the West End where our kids can come together. It comes with unchecked resources that are coming into play to put people out into the streets where our children play and where our schools are. Because it's not 1,500 feet from a school, then you can't put certain restrictions on it. But someone told me that there's an 18% return rate for the people that come through this particular program. And on the surface, that sounds good. But you take 120 and say, what's 18%? If my math is correct, I think it's between 24 and 25, Jessica. Help me out. I know you can do this stuff. And that means, so which one of those 24 or 25 crimes do you want in your neighborhood? Which one of those 24 or 25 crimes do you want at Went Field, or at Roosevelt School, or at Bassick High School? Enough is enough. And because they refuse to talk to us, you know, what really got me in the end was when we called and around the city, and they've gone out and they've had other meetings instead of meeting with us. We asked them to meet when they came here last time, and they didn't meet with us until this past Tuesday. But there were meetings between then and our meeting where they went out to tell the whole story of what they wanted to try to do. Enough is enough with the masquerading. Enough is enough with the lying. Enough is enough with the deception. Now, as I said, when we go inside, we're not against recovery. We support recovery. People standing here before me right now have taken money out of their pocket. I myself and others have gotten in those vans and driven over to the halfway houses and brought people for food and brought people for clothes and brought people to different places and worship and all that. We've done that. We believe in recovery. We believe in helping, but you can't overburden our community with too much. And when you put too much in one community, it drags the values down, it hurts our community, and it endangers our kids. The final straw was when I talked to the police chief, and he told me that he had not heard from anyone from Community Solutions to talk about what the safety plan was for this project. How can you have a project like this and not go to the chief of police? Enough is enough. 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 Michael Wojtek is our attorney, and I really appreciate that he stepped forward on this P&Z issue and on this challenge to provide services for us so cheap that I wish I could get them every day like that. But it's really a lot of giving back to the community. That's what you've done by coming out tonight. And I want to hear from Michael before we go in. Michael.
Please, everyone, I'm going to save my eloquence and I'm going to save my arguments, okay, for when I go up and speak before the city council. But I'm going to ask all of you, okay? I'm going to ask all of you to pray for me, okay? Amen. To be humble in your service, okay? That's not about me. It's about us as a community, okay? It's about us as a community. And please pray for me, my humility, and to be effective for you all, okay? So that we could do what God's will is. Because this isn't about our will, it's about God's will. Right. Please pray for my humility and my effectiveness. Amen. Amen. Please pray for me.
Listen, we're about to go in, and when we go in, we want to sit together. As I said, they've done a good job of going out and getting some hired guns, some people that will benefit from the pay of this thing, from the money that will be spent off from it. So there'll be people in there that want this facility. But the people that want this facility, the majority of them are not people from this neighborhood. If you go to a church in this neighborhood, then you own a part of this neighborhood. When you left Norwalk New Vision and you came to Bridgeport, you invested in this community. When you left the West End Cathedral of Praise and came to the South End, you double invested in this community. For more than 100 years, more than 150 years combined, Walter Gospel Assembly and Shiloh have resided in this neighborhood. And we've accepted responsibility. We're not going to abdicate it now. I thank the NRZ chairs that have come out, John C. out there, all those that have come out in support. It's going to be a long evening because, you know, Chuck's going to talk. I'm going to ask the chair to limit the amount of time that he talks, but his style is to talk and to talk and to talk until everybody leaves. Let me make it plain to you. People who are going to make money are going to stay until the end. People who are going to make money are going to sit there and try to tire us out and wait us out. And when the time comes, the chair is going to say, how many people are here in support of this and how many people are here against it? And if we've gone home because we got tired, before you leave tonight, I want you to think of what's at stake. What's at stake is the integrity of the process of development in the city of Bridgeport. Because if you can do this here, you can do anything you want to do anywhere, regardless of what the people say. And we're here to say enough is enough. So I thank all of you for coming out tonight. Yeah. You have 1 minute, Charlie Coviello.
Just very quickly, my name's Charlie Coviello. I'm with the East End NRZ, and I just came by to express my support for you and for your family in the East End. And there is one thing, though, that's very, very important. If anybody gets a chance to talk to anybody in there, okay, there's a lot of people coming in there from re-entry groups, okay? The important thing is that there's 82% of the halfway homes being dumped in Bridgeport and Fairfield County, and we have to stop that. There was a movie called Escape from New York that featured that type of thing. And Escape from New York was where they took Manhattan Island and turned it into a prison camp. Well, that's what they're trying to do to Bridgeport. They're trying to turn this into a prison camp. Because after those folks get out, and this is the important thing to say to those re-entry people, after those folks get out, there's no guarantee that they're going to have a job. There's no guarantee, and jobs are hard enough to come by in the city of Bridgeport, that we don't need to have more competition. We need jobs for ex-felons in this city and in the state of Connecticut. But we do not need to have people dumped into our city who don't have jobs and who are going to be less able to get jobs than somebody that doesn't have that mark against them. We need to have a city that's going to move forward, and that's what we need to get across to those folks, that they get dumped out and they have no job. Thank you.
As you can go in.